The curtain is about to go up, but the audience hurrying to the hall is not about to see an ordinary performance. On the stage will be presented the true stories of Holocaust survivors. The story of their survival, their rescue and rehabilitation will be presented in a unique theatrical and artistic event, the result of an intergenerational meeting between young people and Holocaust survivors. To touch Holocaust survivors and to hear their stories from them directly, in first person, it happened to me. Then to try to perform it in the theater, on stage. Holocaust survivors, many of whom have never shared their personal stories, are located and form a group. Drama therapy is the therapeutic tool used in a 10-month workshop. The trauma is transformed through role play, shared discussions, and drama games, and becomes a living testimony presented by the group.
In the ghetto, we're always hungry, and there's nothing to eat. Our teachers give us water with yeast to drink. Smell this. Since both Ezra and I come from the world of theater, we try to make sure these meetings include a lot of theater so that the young people can sit and hear the survivors' heartbreaking stories. And this creates an excellent dynamic between the survivors and the young people. We're proud of this, and we see this as our goal.
Young people and Holocaust survivors experience the stories together in an unforgettable way, and together become part of history, an ever-burning memorial candle.
By the end of the project, they have become very, very close to the older people. They call each other up, they build friendships, relationships, and the older people are just like their own grandparents. I was born during the Holocaust, and I didn't receive much love since the age of 9. I can't remember ever getting what I got from this group, except for my children, of course. This isn't the kind of testimony we usually hear from Holocaust survivors. This is alive, real. The elderly and the young go through a supervised therapeutic process, and it's actually a very painful process.
I hear these people's pain. It's not just a person telling a story. It's something he's going through. It's very hard. He suffered many things, and he tells us about it, and it gives him release. And it's good to know that there's someone who wants to listen to him, someone who will pass it on.
It was really hard for me to listen to her stories. She started crying, and I got all choked up, and I started crying with her. It was like a wheel going around, and soon the whole group was crying. We cried together, us with our stories, and them who listened to us. They always knew when to bring a glass of water when you were choked up with tears, and to hug and encourage you.
It's more valuable than any book or documentary film or history lesson. No uniforms or helmets or boots or terrible transport trains. This is the right way to do it.
Soon I'll be 80 years old, and I still can't forget that awful moment. The horrible, satanic parting from my mother. A Holocaust survivor came up to me and said, "You know, this is the first time my family ever heard my story on stage. They didn't dare get it out of me. This is a tool that brings the life stories out of the old people who wouldn't be able to express themselves in any other way."
As a Holocaust survivor, I'm very, very excited about creating together with the children. And it was hard for me to say goodbye. I will be a sad clown. When people talk to me now about the Holocaust, about World War II, it touches my heart much more deeply now that I have met people who really went through it.
This is the most touching and real way to pass it on to the next generation, because we are the last generation. After us, there will be no one to tell our story.
JDC Eshel develops, accompanies, and provides financial aid for the implementation of this project in as many communities as possible, so that Edut, Witness Theatre, can bring the ghetto, the forgotten names, the dead, the moments of horror to life, so that the survivors can share, the youth can understand, and we can remember.